What is up, Monster Bass fans and family? How y'all doing? If you guys are new here, you don't know who I am, my name is Alex and I am Oklahoma's worst angler. And as you can tell by the title today, we're going over some of my top favorite buzz baits and, throwing a little twist in there, one of my absolute favorite trailers for a buzz bait. So let's get into it. So I'm out here on the lake today, and I apologize ahead of time if there's any kind of excessive wind noise. After all, it is Oklahoma, and I'm on the lake, and yeah, I'm on my boat. If you guys are new or don't know who I am, over on my channel, I just finished up my boat, but we're not here to talk about my boat or give me a cheap plug. But since I'm at it, go over to my channel and check out the story on this boat. So let's get into it. Now, what I'm talking about today are a few different styles of buzzbait, and kind of the higher price point to the more budget friendly, and then what would come in, or what came in the June bag for Monster Bass. So first thing I'm going to talk about is one of my absolute favorite buzzbaits, and this is going to be in the higher price point. This guy's a little tore up, but for you guys that don't know, this is the Megabass Jamaica Boa buzzbait. Now, the Jamaica Boa buzzbait is pricey. It's about 15 bucks. And I know some people will sit there and say that's entirely too much for a buzzbait. There's no way I'm going to spend that money on a buzzbait, and I get it. I'm not telling you to. I'm not telling anybody to get any of these things. I just want to give you guys my opinion and then how they're all just a little bit different on these. So maybe it gives you a different, some different options on what buzzbaits to get. Now, as you can hear there, the Jamaica Boa buzzbait, it's got a bead right here that blade will clack against. The holes in the blade right there help with casting distance, but it also helps to create a bubble trail. This is not a super loud, it's got a decent squeak to it, but it's not a super loud buzzbait by any means, okay? Great casting ability, great hooks, comes with these skirts right here, which have been completely tore off. I usually don't run any kind of trailer on this buzzbait right here. But the Jamaica Boa buzzbait, higher price point, great buzzbait, absolutely love it. But again, it's a little more expensive. Now, this guy right here is, I believe it's a ½ ounce. It's a heavier buzzbait too, but it does stay up in the water column very well, tracks very straight. And in case you guys are wondering, we are going to throw these and we're going to fish them a little bit just so I can give you guys a little bit of footage of what these buzzbaits look like on the water and what they sound like. Now, sticking with kind of the higher price point, right here we've got the Evergreen Loud Buzz. Now the Evergreen Loud Buzz, this is a 3/8 ounce. It's also in fire crawl, as you can tell, but a 3/8 ounce. Listen to that blade. That's just that little bit of wind. This has got an extremely large blade with very large kickers and that angle right there, which is going to create, like the name states, the loud buzz. This is a very loud buzz bait. However, this has got a pretty small hook, which is nice. It does have a bait keeper on there. It's a wire bait keeper, but it's a pretty small hook. So if you're going to run a trailer, make it a hook. I would definitely say run a trailer hook. Now, why don't I have trailer hooks on a lot of my stuff? You're going to see where I'm fishing. I don't want to run a trailer hook. I want to have just one exposed hook the majority of the time, because when I'm throwing a buzzbait, more often than not, it's not open water. It's in heavy vegetation. And a trailer hook has been known, has caused me to get snagged up or to bring in a lot more vegetation on the retrieve, more than I would want. I run into, blowing a cast completely, and that's not what I want to do. But smaller hook, very stout on the Evergreen Loud Buzz. But again, if you are going to run a trailer on this, make it a hook. Now back to another 3/8 ounce bait. This is the Jackal firecracker, is what this one's called, firecracker, and this is in bluegill. Now you can see this one's very different because it has a completely different shape or different facing oscillating blade, which is going to act like a clacker, but it's also meant to give it just a little more of a bubble trail, a little more of a turbulence on the top of the water. Again, smaller hook, but it does have a molded bait keeper on there. Now this one right here, I wouldn't say to throw any kind of trailer other than hook on, because as you can see right there, This being very bulbous, that might be a little bit better for the thicker trailers, but I don't know that I would do that. I would run a trailer hook on this guy. Now, the one buzzbait that I didn't bring, I thought it was in my bag already, but I forgot about it, and I'm sorry, is the Booyah buzzbait. That is a great buzzbait. That is one that I like to run, one of my favorite trailers that I actually found because of Monster Bass, and it came in the June bag, and that is the Big Bite Baits Buzzing Warmouth. This guy right here, just like a buzzing toad, fish, okay, fish profile or paint scheme. This is the shad right here, obviously. You got those legs kicking on the back. So you've got that buzz creating a lot of turbulence on the top of the water, and then those legs flapping as well. With it being so wide and flat like this right here, it's gonna help it track straight on the water. It's gonna help it to not sink as fast as well and create, like I said, a lot of disturbance on the top of the water as that's going right across, triggering a lot of those reaction bites. So if you're looking for a good trailer, the Big Bite Baits Buzzing Warmouth, excellent buzzbait trailer. Now this next buzzbait, this is one that also came in the June box. You guys can see, you know, I'm kind of pimping out the June box because it was all top water. And it's not too late. It's not July yet. You can still get one. You can still order one. But this is the Thunderhawk Buzz Toad. Now where this one differs, the wire to the line tie is completely straight. As you can see that right there. This clasp right here, this is where you can actually attach a hook. It does come with a hook. It does come with a hook. It does come with a hook. So I'm gonna sit here and struggle to put this hook on because I haven't done it yet. Now what's nice about it being an open clasp like that is you can literally put on whatever hook you want to put on there. I just put that on upside down, so excuse me. But it does come with a frog, the buzz toad right here. Really thin legs, spread wide apart, gonna give a lot of action. Now what's great about this guy right here, while you can use the buzz toad that came in the package for the Thunderhawk buzz toad, I would say throw on the Big Bite Baits Buzzing Warmouth. This guy is just, it's a little bit wider in the legs, as you can see that right there. A little bit tighter on the Buzzing Warmouth, gonna be a little bit better, give a little more action, a little more disturbance on the top of the water. But for the sake of this video and me putting the hook on backwards already, hopefully I don't hook myself as I swap this over, is I'm gonna tie on, or I'm gonna put on the buzzing toad on this guy. Let's take him out on the water. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm fishing right now, and hopefully that kind of explains why I like to use no trailer hooks, rather just a trailer. Let's get after it. Well, here's that wind noise I was trying to shield you guys from, but we've got the Thunderhawk Buzz Toad on there right now. Now, even though it is an EWG, keep that hook exposed. Do not bury the tip of that hook point, okay? We're gonna send this guy on out here. You can see a lot of the stuff that I'm fishing, heavy vegetation. So I want to have this on a super fast reel and get that thing just cruising right along the top there. So I'm going to have my buzz baits on an 8-gear ratio reel is what I'm going to do. I'm going to fire them out there and just burn them right back. Buzz baits, even in the heaviest vegetation, even without a trailer hook there or a trailer, you are going to bring back, you're going to bring back some vegetation. It's bound to happen, okay? Don't let it discourage you. Bring it back, send that buzz bait right back out there. Great for windy days, create a lot of commotion. See, it's going to happen. Bring it back, shake it off, get right back out there. Hopefully you guys can hear that there. So the buzz toad from Thunderhawk, this is going to be one that you do want to burn. Keep on the top of the water column. This would be one that would definitely excel in more open water situations. For a lot of the water that I'm fishing today, it is not going to be the best of the best. I really wish I had brought one of those Booyah buzz baits that I got in a box to be throwing today. Hope you guys can hear that there. It's got a really nice kind of, it's almost a plop sound, almost like a plopper. It's going to be hard to hear it with this wind right now, so I apologize if you guys cannot hear that. But this is the buzzing toad from Thunderhawk Lures. Great buzz bait. I like it a lot. I like that it's tracking straight. The toad is staying straight on there. Looks great in the water. And like I said, a very different kind of sound to it, kind of like a plopper sound to it. And again, like I said, exposed hooks in heavy vegetation, you're going to get a little hung up. It's going to happen. Don't let it discourage you. Bring it right back and get right back after it. All right, we're going to take this guy off and we're going to tie on one of the other ones so I can showcase them to you. Guys, one of the things that I failed to mention, I'm jumping back in here, sorry, is what I throw these guys on. I always throw a buzzbait on a heavy power rod. I always throw it on a heavy power rod, again, because I'm fishing heavier vegetation. I like a fast, sometimes even a moderate fast on a buzzbait, because a lot of the time when they hit these things, if you have too stout of a rod or too fast of an action, you can rip that single hook right away from them. So I will even go to a moderate fast. I like to throw them on braid. Again, as you saw just a second ago with me throwing in this heavy vegetation, braid is going to be the best thing to do for me and for where I'm fishing. So if you guys are fishing the same, braid. Sorry, buzz baits. The knot that I use, I will sometimes tie a Palomar, but more often than not, I'm tying the improved cinch knot. That's what I'm doing. So I did forget to mention that to you guys. We addressed the reel, we addressed the rod, we addressed the line, we addressed the knot. Let's get back to fishing. All right, so we got the Jackal firecracker. Not extremely heavy. So this guy I can throw in a little bit heavier of vegetation without it hanging up as much. Also being 3/8 ounce. I could slow roll this very nicely. Let's step back here and let's check out the slow roll on this. It's very similar to that to the Booyah. Listen to that thing. That thing is loud, buddy. Slow rolling that too. Slow rolling that. This is one like the Booyah that you could slow roll and throw out along those grass flats very easily. And when I say grass flat, I mean like where the grass is just barely submerged. It's submerged enough to where you can slow roll a lightweight buzzbait like this, but it's just deep enough to where you couldn't really throw a heavier bait because it's going to sink down in there and get hung up. There you have it, folks. Jackal firecracker. It is loud like a firecracker, but 3/8 ounce, like I said, good slow roller, not quite a burner. This is not one that you can burn. That was nice about the Thunderhawk. The Thunderhawk, I could burn it, stayed straight. This one is definitely not a burner. Just so you guys know, not a burner. All right, now we got the Evergreen Loud Buzz on there. Again, fire craw. We might be a little late on the fire craw trend, but you know, whatever. Listen to that thing just. A lot of commotion on the top of the water from the Evergreen. A lot of commotion in the air from that plane. And a lot of commotion from the wind blowing in the face. So I'm trying to showcase you guys these things coming through this thick cover, and then we're going to take it out to the open water and showcase kind of the sound and the action of it. That's why I'm fishing between them both right here. A lot of noise coming from this guy. A very different kind of loud clack. Oh, we just got hit. Gee, I wasn't even paying attention, guys. What the heck? I'm looking down so I didn't step on a freaking rod and I got hit right there. Shoot. You guys can hear the Evergreen loud buzz there coming through. It's kind of similar to that Thunderhawk as far as the plop goes, but it does have a good amount of splash. Nice little squeak to it. Not the clack like the firecracker did. A little more subtle. See if we can find one on the edge of that again. There you have it, folks. Evergreen loud buzz. We've got the Megabass Jamaica boa buzzbait. Don't worry, we are going to throw this guy up in that thick cover as well. I don't know if you guys can see that there. The boa buzzbait does give, like I said, with those holes in the blade, it gives a little bit of a bubble trail. And even though this guy is a heavier buzzbait by weight standards, I just heard some bluegill pop down there. They totally threw me off track. It is pretty easy to keep up in the water column, especially in, like I said, the heavier vegetation, which I'll showcase that to you guys here in just a second. So a really good piece of advice I can give you guys when you're throwing in this heavier cover like that, no matter what buzzbait you choose to throw, if you're getting caught on that stuff, just try and rip past it and keep that retrieve going. Just try not to backlash too. Try not to do that. Like I said, try not to throw a backlash. Backlashes are for losers like me. If you backlash a lot, I'm not calling you a loser. I'm saying I'm the loser, so don't get mad at me. Guys, that is the Jamaica boa buzzbait. There you have it, guys. My 4, almost 5 top favorite buzzbaits and my favorite trailer. Still can't believe we missed that one. That is, well, that's true to me fashion. So, guys, thanks for watching. If you're not already, subscribe to the Monster Bass channel. Make sure you check out the subscription to the bag as well. The better bag, the best bag, best baits to your door every month, specific for the region that you live in as well. So, with that being said, I appreciate every single one of you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time we're on the water. And by the way, if you're still here, there is a link for my channel down in the description, so go check it out.